Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Ruka.
A big boy Summer here and we're bringing you another episode of Platinum End.
I'm just gonna say right from the beginning, I don't like Saki. I don't like her because she didn't even bother to ask Takahashi whether he would help her out. She just immediately used the red arrow without any kind of hesitation. Yeah, she looked sad about it, but you know, she did it and she didn't even hesitate whatsoever, and she did it in his back. She literally stabbed man in his back.
So I said this last week, all of them are tapped. Every single God candidate is tapped. They're all dealing with their things, they're all dealing with some deep trauma. So I expected this from Saki if she was a God candidate. I didn't even figure that she could be a God candidate. And it seemed like a fleeting moment in the last episode when they mentioned her in the first place. It was a motif, sort of a dash of seasoning. Like, you know when you sprinkle a pinch of salt, it was there, but it wasn't really significant because obviously all the other seasonings are more important. Saki being a God candidate actually threw me for a loop. But the way she's handled it, kind of, I don't know, I feel like it preludes to some of the trauma that they're going to tell us about her later. Because she seems very submissive. She seems under the thumb of her angel. She doesn't seem to have her heart in the bad things that she's doing, but she seems more Stockholmy. You know this anime doesn't matter about going deep and hard about trauma. So I feel we're going to hear some really dark things. If you're a God candidate, you're not a nice person, that's it.
I mean, it is a given that she's got some dark stuff in her past. She tried to commit suicide. People don't commit suicide because they're super happy or their life is really great. People don't usually decide to take their own lives because everything is going so well for them. She obviously has some dark stuff in her past, but that doesn't mean that she's not a bitch. He has also had a bunch of dark stuff happen to him, and I think that they want us to not like her because we have seen how Takahashi acts. He actually hasn't acted badly whatsoever in any way, shape or form. He couldn't even shoplift a small food item right before he was going to kill himself. So that is at the stage where no consequences could ever possibly come to you because you're literally going to take your own life. Also, he doesn't give a shit. So the contrast between the two of them and what they're willing to do, he even refused to use the red arrow on her because he said even though he could make her fall in love with him in the 33 days, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to make sure that if she had feelings for him, it was completely pure and it wasn't something that he had forced on her. But she didn't give him the same, and I think that is why I don't like her so much, because of how carefully he wanted to treat her feelings and she didn't consider his.
Yeah, because she doesn't like him. Dude, she's just not into you. That's all it is. I agree with your assessment of the situation, and I believe that you're correct. But what I'm saying is, every single one of these guys chosen to be God is tapped. So we expect some underhanded BS from all of them. I mean, Metropoliman is the only one who's coming out front saying, I'm going to kill you all. That's my aim. Takahashi hasn't really decided what he's going to do with his God candidacy. And Saki seems to be under the thumb of her angel, which has a very clear idea of how he's going to survive this rigmarole of choosing the next God. So I like this, and I think she's a great character to have in, and I agree with you, she's not very likable. You know what they say, show me how you deal with a problem and you can show me your character. You've got 3 people dealing with the same problem, and she seems to be the bitch of the situation.
Which is actually the whole point. Now, I thought that this was just Battle Royale from beginning of time to now, where people just kill the God candidates and whoever reigns supreme literally reigns supreme. But now I found out that it's something as mundane as, let's look at how they act and talk about it. I mean, seriously. Nase said that she has been literally watching Takahashi for his entire life. So, don't you already know what they're like? Shouldn't you have picked better? Like, they said it themselves. It's Japan. So many people commit suicide. each year. So you're telling me you couldn't find a bunch of great people that just had a really hard lot in life? And also, that explanation is lame. How many billions of people in the world? How many hundreds of thousands of millions of billions of people over time around the entire world have killed themselves? Japan, you don't have the monopoly on Sue. You could have found other candidates in other countries. Just say you wanted it to be in Japan. Like, yo, we get it.
Could have made a better story. I mean,
yeah, like, come on.
I mean, they've done everything else right, so let's give them a pass.
Yeah, they can get a pass.
Why didn't the Red Arrow work on Metropoliman? I have a theory. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we haven't actually been told everything about the angel's abilities.
Well, duh.
So, or just like what was discussed near the end, when you kill someone, you get to take their abilities, you get to take their powers. He killed the comedian in the end, so now he also has that guy's powers. You can give them to someone else, but what if you don't? What if you absorb them? Aren't you stronger than everyone else?
That could be the case, maybe. My idea is simple. He shot himself first with the Red Arrow. He waited 33 days, and now he can't be shot with the Red Arrow again.
Oh my god, that is clever, but it says that you can't shoot the same person. It doesn't necessarily mean that other people with other red arrows couldn't influence you.
Guess we're about to find out next episode how he did it, because I feel like mine is probably closer to what it is. Because I'm not gonna lie, if I had a red arrow and a white arrow, obviously I'm not trying the white arrow on me, am I? Well, I don't know, but I'm definitely trying the red arrow on my ass. I want to know what it feels like. I want to love me, so I look after myself. It
would also make sense with how he was acting in front of the media, with all of that. So I think that your theory has legs.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Now, Metropoliman is actually smarter than I thought he was going to be. I thought he was going to be more fanatical, but he's actually quite smart. The way that he has not murdered anyone else in front of the public eye so far. The fact that he sent in that video saying, you know what, I might have said you're my enemy, but let's talk this out. Also, people won't know what's going on with the arrow situation. So he's played his game actually massively smart. And so now I rescind my thoughts that I had in episode 2, where I was saying that I thought he was going to be really crazy and people were going to realize the kind of person he is. Because of how smart he's playing it, no one is going to realize anything, and you can already see the massive amounts of love that he is gaining from the public. He's definitely gone about it the right way.
As I said last time, he's following the blueprint. He's going around the masses performing walking around and doing feats and making sure people can see them. I'm just waiting for the book to come out. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm just waiting for the book. This is how you become a god.
Okay, so Revel, the angel. I have 2 thoughts about this guy. Overall, I like the character. I like the angel. I like that he's the angel of trickery. Like, I like that there's angels of XYZ, and it also makes sense why they said there was no devils or no hell. There was no other side, because they're literally all of it.
All the sides.
I don't even feel bad that he's trying to trick people, because it's his nature. He's literally the angel of trickery because it's his nature. He's just following that, which is fine in my opinion. But you're the angel of trickery and you're telling me that you think Metropoliman needs to be taken down because he doesn't agree that it should be a discussion and a god candidate shouldn't be killing other gods. Like, seriously, you're just the interviewer.
That right there was a violation.
I'm just saying, you're just the interviewer, you're not the CEO. So
Whoa.
You don't necessarily have to have all that many thoughts about what the god candidate needs to do. You just have your checklist of what they need to hit and you just follow that checklist and that's it. You don't need to have opinions here. You're the angel of trickery. Like, don't be too much of a hypocrite.
Know your
Stay
place.
in your lane.
I totally agree with you. Look, this is an exercise in Darwinism. The fittest one will win. Simple. How you get there doesn't matter, as long as you get there. Metropoliman decided his straight route. Revel decided he's gonna go through trickery and sort of survive and get to the end and wait until
manipulate his god candidate.
Yeah, whatever. He's gonna do what he has to do to get to the tea party at the end and let them have their little discussion and committee meeting about who's gonna be the next god. That's his decision. Nasi hasn't got a clue and ain't doing shit, and all she wants to do is make sure that Mirai is happy, which is great. I like that because he's the wild card. That's cool. Everyone has a plan here except for Mirai, and they're all trying to do their plan. Even those two little angels that decided to come and shoot Metropoliman when he was in the stadium at the end of the episode obviously have a plan. Get Metropoliman out. So I'm here to watch the fireworks and the car crashes, and I've got my popcorn and I'm ready. I'm loving this anime so far because the characters are actually really written well and their interactions are phenomenal, and I have to admit, well done.
So I think Revel wants to be God.
Could you see in his eyes? He's gonna be God by proxy, innit?
Exactly, and I think that's why he picked someone who he felt was weak-minded and would listen to whatever he said.
They get to pick.
Yes.
So you thought that first angel would have picked that disgusting human being?
Yeah, he said he wanted to be over fast.
That's true.
And in episode 1, the god, or in episode 2, I guess, the current god said, you 13 candidates go out and pick. So I think he picked someone that could be easily manipulated. Nase picked Mirai because she's the angel of innocence, or she is the embodiment of innocence, purity.
Yeah.
She picked Mirai because all she wants is for him to be happy, and she thought this was the best way to be able to do that.
That's true.
Whoever Metropoliman's angel is, the woman, she's aiming to win. She is not playing around.
She is drawn fantastically though, I have to admit. I can't wait to see like the fan art and stuff about her, because I thought that was a wonderful drawing of an angel. Metropoliman's angel is sick, man.
Yeah, the extra wings on the head with, I thought it was a really cool design as well. But I want to know more about the other candidates. There's supposed to be 13 of them. We know that one is dead, but hello, there's still 12, and we've only met like 3 of them.
Ruka, it's episode 3.
I know.
Chill.
Okay, so what do you guys think about this? Are you enjoying Platinum End, or are you even watching? And what do you think about these god candidates and what the end is going to actually look like?
Before I close this out as well, I was online yesterday and someone said that Mirai is the same as Light Yagami and Nase is the same as Ryuk, because obviously the same writers made Death Note.
What the hell?
And I was like, have you lost your goddamn mind? It's too soon to make comparisons like that. And let's be fair, Metropoliman is more like Light Yagami than Mirai is. Do you get what I mean? But yeah.
No, none of them are like Light Yagami, first of all. I know that I made a comparison about Light in one of our other episodes, but Light was a badass from the very beginning.
Jump.
He found the Death Note and he was like, bet. Mirai is like, oh no, I don't want abilities. Normal happiness, like no, love. Light wasn't on that, okay? He wasn't on any of it.
Light had the 2 baddest women in the whole show.
He had his plan immediately.
Straight away.
And not only had a plan, but it succeeded. Even though he possibly died, it succeeded him.
His plan works. That's why he's the hero, and I would not have you besmirch Light Yagami's name. He is not a villain, he's not the antagonist, he's the hero, and L is the villain. That's it. No, there's no well. It is what it is. I said what I said.
It's open to interpretation.
It's not. It's facts. What was the aim? Lower the crime rate. What did he do? Make it 0. That's it. Come on. Anywho, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace!